a lot of people have suffered from heartbreak from choosing the wrong partner because their partner will just leave them in the best parts of the relationship somewhat, or when their partner leaves them when the relationship is at its lowest. And personally, I've been into two relationships and I just got out from one recently. I've invested too much into this girl, and in the end, she just left me for another man, and I was heartbroken to through that. Although it was just 1 month in, she was like a prize, bro. But and she just after leaving me, she just actually revealed her true colors, that she's a an avoidant person and an immature person. Hopefully, she's not seeing this. And the wrong thing here is that I invested too early, or I just gave gave my all to the girl. And a lot of people will invest on a potential partner too early. So here are the cons of investing too early. If you're gonna invest into a potential partner too early, or if you're gonna fasten the progress by force, here are two outcomes of the relationship. And so he or she is either gonna get repulsed or pressured, because you're putting your all, or giving it your all for this person, even though when you've just met, he just wants to get to know you while you are investing, or actually in a sense taking care of her already. And that can be repulsive or pressuring for the other person, and he or she's gonna outright reject you for that, or he's just gonna say let's take it slow, which is healthier. Or she'll do the same, she'll invest into you very quickly, she'll she'll care for you in like 1 week or 2 weeks in, but there's a higher chance that you guys will suffer through a heartbreak, or you two will break up. T, if you invest too early in a relationship and you guys get together 2 few weeks, 1 month in, you still really don't know the person, and you will never know if she's actually a terrible person behind her looks or persona. And you're in a sense trapped in this relationship, and you have no choice but to start letting go, and you don't even know if she's actually abusive or toxic, and that's gonna fuck you up in the long term. And so here's what to do. Here are four ways and four tips, four principles on how to find the right partner for you. Now, why do we need to find the right partner for us? It's obvious, because this is important, especially if you're trying to strive to become a better person, and a right partner can help you with that 10 times instead of being single while working on yourself. Having a right partner is very important because he's going to test you, he or she's going to challenge you and take accountable for the mistakes that you've made in order to become a better person and support you in the long term, aside from just having fun, cute relationship dates that most people just strive for in a relationship. For the four principles, let's go to the first one. Of course, never invest too early, and do not get into a relationship very, very early in your situationship or talking stage. A shout out to Mr. Michael, my friend from Pasay City. He told me about this. He gave me this advice after that previous relationship I once mentioned. He met the girl basically when we were still together, but then he told me that I should never fall in love too quickly or be in a relationship too fast. And here is why. You really have to get to know the person first, because of course, like I said earlier, you'll never know if she's actually compatible for you or not. And if you get into a relationship very early just because you're not in love but actually infatuated with the other person, you'll never know if he's actually a bad person or a toxic person, which again, if you get yourself into a toxic relationship, that usually happens most of the time. People get into toxic relationships because they're just infatuated with the other person and they got too early, and then later on it destroys them as a person. The relationship brings them down. The relationship restricts their growth. Their relationship mentally fucks them up. And you really have to get to know the person first instead of investing into a potential partner first. Next principle is you have to talk to the other people or make connections with the opposite gender, and you will learn the nature of the opposite gender. Of course, every opposite gender, male or female, they have different love languages, so you have to care for them in a specific way. I don't know how to word this, but we we go through different stages of life as to opposite genders, male, female, likewise. And they have different natures and different behaviors. And so, not only that, you'll also learn what to look for in a future partner if you talk to other people from the opposite gender. So, to summarize, you'll learn what to look for in a partner or in an opposite gender, and you'll also learn the nature of the opposite gender, in which you'll learn how to care for her or him, and how to love him or her. But of course, preferences are of course different by different and unique depending on which person you talk to. Next is you have to set high standards. You should never ever lower yourself or put yourself down just to get with someone or attract a lot of girls or other boys. If you let any friendships or people come to your life, I mean, if you let your standards low, you allow a lot of friendships and a lot of people to come to your life, and you also destroy the boundaries that you have for yourself when it comes to letting people enter or make connections with you. And that's a bad thing because you basically lowered your respect for yourself just to attract a lot of people. And of course, if you let almost all people come to your life, you let even the bad ones, bad bad people or bad friends to enter your life. And of course, you know what that means. You're gonna get into toxic friendships. You're gonna make friends with people who pull you down instead of helping you strive to become a better person. Turn, if you lower your standards, the people that are higher quality, they won't be drawn to you, or you can't really make friends with them because they know that you're friends or connected with like the low quality people that you yourself have let in your life because you lowered your standards. Sometimes people will lower their standards or let anyone into their life even though they know that it's not good for them, because they're scared or have no respect for themselves that they will hurt the person. And why should you question yourself, or why should you get scared if they get mad if you have standards? Because that's literally the point. You keep the bad people, the bad friends away from your life. And if they get mad that you have standards, then they're trash people anyway. They get easily offended, and of course you know that that they're offended because they have some insecurities about your standards, and so you now know that they're bad people. Last principle, you have to actually invest and work in yourself to attract better people, because if you become better, you attract better people and better relationships and potentially a better partner. You may set high standards, but if you're not working towards yourself, you're just gonna stay stuck in the same level, and in that level you're gonna attract what's on your rank or level, obviously. So you have to invest and work in yourself to attract better people. See, if you do not work in yourself and all you do is do these three principles, you're just gonna attract the lowest of the people, because of course if you have like high standards, you talk to the people of the opposite gender, you don't invest too early, you're not really gonna make real connections, because all you do is chase relationships, chase people, and you never get time to invest and work in yourself. That's also important, because if you invest and work in yourself, you also have more confidence to talk to other people and make more connections. So, of course, work and invest in yourself, you become better and you attract better people. To conclude, no one really talks about finding a great partner, because if you search online, it's mostly how to attract friends and real partners, real people from the opposite gender. It's good. You should work on your attractiveness and your status as a person, but it's very important that you should attract the right people and the right person for you. We're finding the one, especially that people get into relationships that do not serve them equally, or do not give them the boost that they need to become a better person. And of course, this is important, especially that what I've said earlier. If you're striving big, a right partner can boost you up ahead. And once you get a high quality partner and you get into an awesome relationship with him or her, you better not get complacent, and you should always invest and work in yourself. You should strive for what you have to achieve, maybe your studies, your dreams, because if you get into a relationship with a high quality person, it's just gonna get tough from there, because subconsciously he or she will test you and will take you accountable for your mistakes, for your complacency, your flaws, and whatever bullshit that you always do before you've once got with this person. You were single, but then you're lazy. He or she is gonna take you accountable for that. A real partner is actually gonna test you and help you grow. My name is Shushu, or Rafael. You can call me Rafael. Please subscribe, as it helps my videos reach to the right person, and I hope you're actually watching the full video and taking action, because I just don't want people to watch and then do not take action, because what's the point of my videos? I want you guys like really implement what I've learned from what I've spoken about, or what I've teach in my videos. So do me a favor, like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot as a person to grow and to give more value to my future audience, fans, and the people who are watching. Thank you and peace out.